Everybody, myself included, suffers from Dunning-Kruger a great deal. For 2024, let's resolve to truly become experts in what it means to be an expert so that we can choose whether or not we want to do it by ourselves or if we have to enlist the help of somebody who knows a lot more than we do. Hey there, everybody. It's Dr. Glenn Krieger here with another episode for your 5-Minute Friday. And today I want to talk about you. Yeah, you know you. What do we want to talk about? Well, I want to talk about your capabilities and what you really can and can't do, and a little bit of the Dunning-Kruger effect. Now, if you listen to me at all over the years, you've heard me talk about Dunning-Kruger, and let's just make it really simple. Dunning-Kruger is a known phenomenon where people believe they are experts in things they are not. What they think they are versus what they really are is night and day difference. And I want you to sort of explore that with me for just a little bit. I just recorded a podcast, it may or may not have dropped by the time this comes out, with Veronica Romney from the Rainmaker Residency. She helps find marketing experts for your practice or for your business, whatever it may be. And I just want to ask you some questions here. Are you a micromanager or do you hands off? Do you focus on every single task or do you let people get trained and then do their thing? But more importantly, do you think you're an expert in things you really shouldn't be? I'll give you an example. You're looking to hire somebody to do marketing in your practice, right? The most common thing, and if you listen to the podcast with Veronica, you'll hear me say, oh, I hired some gal from high school or a college woman or something to do social media. Or I went on Indeed and I found somebody. And if you listen to the podcast, you'll learn that that's one of the biggest mistakes you can make. Do you really think you know what you need for social media marketing? Not social media, sorry, for marketing in general. Do you honestly think you know what you need? Do you understand split testing, SEO AdWord buying, all the things that go into setting up a proper marketing calendar and really understanding how to do it? If you do, I would argue a little Dunning-Kruger is in effect, because running orthopreneurs, I've had a chance to be around some of the world's best marketers, and I've gone to so many courses and so many masterminds. And let me tell you, brothers and sisters, I realize how little I know. So if you think you know that much, I'm going to ask you to step back a little bit and realize you don't. Now, how many other places in your life do you think you're an expert? Now, when you ask on Facebook and ask questions, hey, who has this, who has that? I would never, I always. Let's step back a lot from our entrenched positions. Some will say, I would never use technology. I would never do that. Really? You'd never do that? I would never use that particular technology. Really, why? So we take people's words for things, we take the general consensus for things, but are we really experts? Are we really guiding our practices in the right direction? Right? Bring up something controversial, like airway orthodontics. Well, it shouldn't be controversial, but there are many who don't know the literature, but they're experts. They know exactly right from wrong. No controversy here. They know exactly what they need to be talking about, though they don't know the literature at all. When it comes to something more mundane, less impactful, should I be doing some sort of remote monitoring in my practice? You see people say, I would never do that. I would always do that. But on both sides of the equation, are people really experts? Now, they may say, well, I don't use it because it costs more money. Really? But what if you use it and you have 2 less staff members because you don't need them anymore? Or they left and you were able to get by without having to replace them. So you saved, let's call it $90,000, and you spent $40,000 on the monitoring itself. It cost you money? Tell me how. You're seeing less patients per day? So all too often, people will give knee-jerk reactions on things they think they're an expert in without really doing the analysis. And having interviewed Veronica Romney from the Rainmaker Residency and understanding that she did navigate the marketing of a $2 billion company, and she understands marketing really well, that when we think we're hiring somebody, we don't know what we're doing. So my point in all of this is, for 2024, consider stepping back and realizing when you really don't know something. When you really don't know something, right? And not offering an opinion or proffering at some sort of answer that really isn't founded in any sort of reality or basis of knowledge. But more importantly, for yourself and your well-being, to say, you know what, that's a great topic. I'm going to go do some homework. I'm going to go watch a ton of YouTube videos. I'm going to read a ton of books. I'm going to go learn about it. And you know what? I realize I don't know what I need to do to hire the right marketing expert. Because if I'm going to spend the money on hiring a marketing expert, I want to hire the right one. And as you listen to my Rainmaker Residency podcast interview, the title they give themselves on Indeed not only is inflationary most of the time, but it will imply what they will do within your practice. A big difference between somebody who wants to be director of marketing, somebody who wants to be a marketer, somebody who wants to be a VP of marketing or director, whatever it may be. The title tells you whether they're going to do or manage, and there's a big difference there. So I just used marketing as one example, but we can find it in any area, whether it's hiring an office manager, we want to hire a practice director. Do you really know what a practice director should do? I mean, really? I thought I did, and a year in, I still didn't know. So again, everybody, myself included, suffers from Dunning-Kruger a great deal. And just because we were smart enough to get into an ortho residency and smart enough to build a practice doesn't mean we're living at maximum efficiency or that we're working at our most profitable. So again, for 2024, let's resolve to truly become experts in what it means to be an expert so that we can choose whether or not we want to do it by ourselves or if we have to enlist the help of somebody who knows a lot more than we do. It's really humbling when you bring somebody in who's a master and you realize how little you know. Much love to each and every one of you. I really, really hope that you don't think you're such a master you can't be at Orthopreneur Summit in September, because it is going to be a great meeting. Go to opsummit2024.com. Hope to see you there. Much love to each and every one of you.